Shalom. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rekha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone everywhere. Peace, blessings, and salutations to hopeful elect scattered abroad. It's the brother Yawanathan coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. And I pray that this lesson is edifying, all right? And I want to, in this lesson, really just want to go into, all right, when Yahweh Shema Shah calls us into this great thing of ours, man, this truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, we have to, with us being born again, with us becoming new creatures, we have to remember that, you have to crawl before you walk, all right? You have to get the basics down in order to to understand the advanced things, all right? And you see many cases to where many people maybe find out they're Israelites, or they heard about the truth, okay, but they want to just jump into the meat, all right? Well, you have to drink the milk first, man. You have to understand the basics, the beginning, all right? Because just like in anything, man, if you give a baby or a small child solid and hard foods, it's not gonna be able to chew because it doesn't have any teeth. So you need to drink that milk, all right? Drink that milk and grow, all right? So that's the same thing with us, man. So I want to get Psalms chapter 119, all right? Psalms chapter 119, all right, starting at verse 104, and it reads, "Through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way." All right, and this was King David. You see, through thy precepts I get understanding, and that's how you're supposed to read the Bible, okay? Because everything correlates with each other in the scriptures, and we're gonna get the verse next in Isaiah the 28th chapter. You got to read this book, precept upon precept, line upon line, man. So again, you can't mix it up, all right? There's a way things need to be done. That's why the scriptures say, let everything be done decently and in order, okay? So it's the same thing when it comes to this truth, all right? There's a way that you have to grow, you see? And many people try to skip out on, jump from step 1 to step 4, and now they see why they're confused, or they don't understand why they don't get the real spiritual breakdowns, man. Okay, because you have to learn the beginning, you have to learn the milk before you can go to the meat. All right, and let's get Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 28, starting at verse 9, and it reads, "Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine?" All right, this is the Heavenly Father speaking to the prophet Isaiah. And it says, "Them that are weaned from milk and drawn from the breast," okay? And what does that mean? It says, "Them that are weaned from the milk," meaning that, again, if you have a baby, you see, a baby's gonna drink on the milk, but it's gonna become a point in time where that baby is gonna wean off the milk and start to eat solids and start to eat foods that he could break down with his teeth. You see, and that's like us in this truth. It says, "Them that are weaned from the milk." So you have to drink the milk first. You have to grow by the milk, all right? And then you start to grow, and then that's when you can start eating harder foods. You can get to the meat. You can begin to chew, you see? And it says, "And drawn from the breast," okay? And many people are sucking out of that wrong breast. And that's why, again, they are confused. And then you still have individuals, even though, all right, it's all according to Yahweh Shema Shah's will, but it's like if you see a 4 or 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old still sucking, his mom's titties, you're gonna look and there's something wrong with this kid, man. Okay, so there's a phase, again, there's an order where you drink the milk, And after you're done with the milk, you advance to a higher level. And it's the same thing in this truth, man. Them that are weaned from the milk, all right, that's who's going to be able to understand this doctrine. All right, that's who's gonna be knowledgeable in the scriptures. And verse 10 says, "For precept must be upon precept, for precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little." All right, so and that's how you're supposed to deal with the scriptures. Okay, precept upon precept, line upon line. Okay, now let's get Jeremiah, just to add Jeremiah chapter 3. Okay, Jeremiah chapter 3 verse 15, and it says, "And I will give you pastors according to mine heart," meaning my mind, "which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding." So again, you have to know who's teaching the truth, because again, going back to Isaiah the 28th chapter, it tells you that on the 9th verse, it says, "And drawn from the breast." So many people, all right, are drinking, or many people, sucking on that breast, but it's not the right breast. Okay, you got many false teachers, many false prophets set up. So you have to see, all right, who are the men of the Lord. All right, and Yahweh Shemashah says, "I will give you pastors according to mine heart." All right, and that's what you see now. You see, the men of the Lord coming back into their lot. Okay, you see the servants of Yahweh Shemashah preaching his word. And that's who the Heavenly Father has set up, man, his men, starting off with Apostle Tahar and other apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and brothers down, forgive me. Okay, and let me get First Peter chapter 2. Okay, First Peter chapter 2 verse 1, and it reads, "Wherefore, laying aside all malice and all guile and hypocrisies and envies and all evil speaking, as newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby." You see, so as newborn babes, us being new creatures in the image of Yahweh Shemashah, we have to desire the sincere milk of the word. All right, that ye may grow thereby. And that's how we're supposed to grow, man, because, hey, with all this information, all this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, all right, that's being brought forth, you have to grow. That's the thing. You cannot be that same individual you were yesterday. Every day is a day to become better, man. Every day is a day to improve. Every day is a day, okay, to be better than yesterday. So that's the same thing. That's how we got to look at it, man. Again, if you see a 3 or 4-year-old, 5-year-old still being breastfed, something is wrong. All right, there's a time where we have to advance in the spirit, man. You see, and you have to go through the right orders. You have to go by starting off with the milk, okay, learning the basics, and then when you understand the basics, you perfect the basics. Then you start to level up. You go on, okay. But there's a certain way you have to do it, because many people get confused, okay? Because if they starting off with the meat, it's no foundation, okay? Because you went to step 3 before going to 1 and 2, okay? And this is Matthew. All right, Matthew chapter 18. All right, this is Matthew chapter 18. All right, Matthew chapter 18 verse 1, and it reads, "And at the same time, at the same time came the disciples unto Yahushua, saying, Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And Yahushua called a little child unto him, and set him in the midst of them, and said, Verily, I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven." Hey, and what does that mean, man? It means that, the 4th verse says, "Whosoever shall humble himself as this little child." All right, because again, when you come to serve the Lord, you have to humble yourself, man. You have to have a set of humility, because in Babylon the Great, in this westernized world, this westernized mentality, you think you know everything. You think you have the answers, man. But we are literally being conformed to Yahweh Shemashah's image. And that's why we have to become newborn babes. We have to become as little children, man, because we're all starting over again, man. You see, and there's a right way to grow in this thing, man, and there's a wrong way. So you have to start from the basics and work your way up, man. And that's the thing we always need to remember, that hey, we the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, man. Hey, they have been set up to lead, okay? So we can't look at them and say, oh God, we can't look at another man in their lot, man. We have to find ours and try to perfect it. Because like it says in Romans, the 4th chapter, if I'm not mistaken, or the 12th chapter, every man has his own office, man. But hey, just like how they had to go through what they had to do to get to the point that they were at through the Spirit, hey, we got to do it as well. So we can't look at the next man as, you can always try to aspire to be like him through the Spirit. But hey, Salakia, point is, there's a way to go about it, okay? There's a way. And you have to drink the milk. And when you drink the milk, hey, you're going to be able to what? You're going to be able to eat the meat. And I believe in, what is that? Man, what is that? In the book of Strong, let me see. Man, is that in the book of Hebrews? Yup. Okay. This is Hebrews chapter 5. Okay, this is Hebrews chapter 5, verse 12, and it reads, For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of Yahweh Bashemal Shah, and are become such as need of milk and not of strong meat. You see? Because what did it say? It said that ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of Yahweh Bashemal Shah. So again, hey, we had to be taught this, man. You see? So we had to be taught this. We need to learn the beginning. All right. We can't jump to level 50. We have to start at level 1. All right. And it says, for everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. But strong meat belongeth to them that are full of age, even those by whom, by reason of use, have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. So strong meat, meaning the deeper wisdom knowledge, all right, is to those that are full of age, those that are built up, those that have built themselves up, man. So through the Spirit, I wanted to make this lesson, man, to never forget to, never to forget to grow. All right, we have to grow by the milk. And then once we grow by that milk, we're going to be able to ease our way to the meat, all right, the strong meat, man. All right, so I pray that this lesson was edifying, but I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Chakwadash, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone at Ruel. Peace, blessings, and salutations for hopeful elect. Until next time, Shalom, Abba, Kwame Asha.